if you're wondering what's new in Gacha Club, or if you've never played before and you want to know how to play, we're going to show you really quick everything in the game, a quick overview, a quick guide on how to play and what everything does and what all the buttons do, in case if you're a new player especially, you'll be a little bit overwhelmed. So we'll start off at home. You get, like, what is this, 10 characters that you get to customize. I just have the one that I messed with so far. You can zoom in or zoom out, obviously. You can switch it to this mode and get out of that and just look straight at it. And you change the background. I think I will put more than one at a time. But anyway, so you can edit the character by picking any of these things, obviously, like body. And this game has an unbelievable amount of options. You can also make your character bigger or smaller, or the head big or small. You can make the head fat or skinny, like whatever. You can rotate the head. You can rotate, the body, different angles. You can flip the character left and right. Change hands, make the hands look different. Change how the shadow looks. Change what pose it's in. There are unbelievable amount of poses. I'm 50 times, 50 times 12. So I can't. Oh my gosh, the math on that. It's 600, I think. 600 poses. Okay. So whatever. You can change skin color. You can change what icon represents this character. We got hair. You can change the color of everything. We got rear hair, front hair, not ponytail, but just general, like the back hair part, other back hair, a hodge, which I didn't even know was a thing until this game. Eyes, obviously, eyes. You can change a pupil, eyebrows. There's just hundreds of options for most of these. It's crazy how many things you can do. Change, obviously, nose, mouth, eyes, highlight. When it changes right, you'll see it down in the eye. There's presets for you to pick from. You can adjust things, pick a thing and then move how it is on the head. Like I can take it off like this and move back on. And then clothes, we got hats, accessories, upper clothes, lower clothes, other, extra. Each of these has just an unbelievable amount of things that you can mess through and look at and change your character however you want it to look. We got glasses and stickers and all sorts of stuff. So, and anything you can do, you can change the color of. You can change the color multiple ways of pretty much everything you put on here. You can change, the clothes. You haven't got belt and skirt. We got shoes, socks, pants, capes, tails, wings, right wings, gloves, shoulders, wrists, knees, right wrist and left wrist. Same for the shoulder. We got other. We got props, and you can put a shield and swords and guns and whatever. There's a lot of different crazy props. And just like so many other things, you can change the color, so you can move the position of it to make it just float away from the character if you want, or however you want to do it. You can put effects, just crazy amounts of things, make the character just blinking, tints, and just rotate things. I mean, it's crazy. You could be in here for days messing with the stuff if you wanted to. You take things off, turn the head off, turn the face off, whatever. Okay. You can add pets into the scene, like you see right here. We have Lizzie in the shot. You can put objects in there. Yeah, you can put objects in there. Well, anyway, you can change the character's birthday, their age. You can put a profile on them. It just everything you could ever imagine on how to customize your character. That's unbelievable. I've never, honestly, until the Gacha series of games, I've never even seen so much stuff. It's actually insane. Okay, so that's character customization. Studio. This is where you can put your characters down and change the background things. So we got backgrounds. We can change what the background looks like and where they are. We got pets. You can place up. There's only 20 pets. Maybe there's a way to do more, but I think you can only put these 20 pets in the shot. When you go to put one in, you can flip which way it is sitting. You can make it bigger, or you can make it smaller, which is really nice for depth. Like if you want the cat to be in the background, well, now he's too big, doesn't look right. So then you shrink the cat, and now the cat looks, like it should be back there. So that's nice. You can also rotate the cat and make it upside down, or however you want it, depending on what you want it to be doing. So that's pets. You can also have chat. You can make the pet say something, and it'll be above his head, like that. Okay. All right. We got objects. There's just a bunch of things you can put into the shot. Same thing with this, scale it, rotate it, whatever, however, for each thing. If you want to remove, you got to click the remove button. And then narrator, which is, you can put a narration on it, make it say whatever you want. So you put that, you pick where it goes, font colors, text, everything, turn it always view only, whatever, and it'll say it up at the top, like narration. So that way you can make multiple scenes and make each one tell a story, I guess. So, and you turn it off. And then you can put in the characters into the shot, and then move them around too. You can change their pose and their face, and you know, move them, flip them, all that stuff. And yes, that's that. And that is pretty much. Oh, then you can save it. You have to be careful on saving because you can just tap the save, and it's really easy to accidentally override the other one. Like if I didn't want to and I accidentally tapped there, well, now it's gone. So I gotta be really careful with that. And then to load scene, you just click load scene, then click one, and then it loads the scene. And view will just let you view it without the stuff on the side, and you just tap screen, and it'll take you back. You click home to get out of here. That's the studio in a nutshell. And studio and home are where it makes you watch ads, by the way. So if you ever want to watch an ad, they can make you watch them on the studio and the home part of the game. That's where they pop up every now and then. We got units. So there's another part to this game, which is like battling and leveling up these units and stuff in order to get more stuff. We got gems and gold as currency in this game, some of the currencies. And we use those to upgrade things and to buy more units. And we got, they have levels, they have HP, attack, defense. We have pets. All pets do in this game. You can change out your pets with other pets, and there's a ton of them that you can unlock. And each one gives a bonus. So this one gives 2% attack, this one gives 1% defense. These ones give HP. We got legendary pets, and they, you know, more attack. They give even higher stats. And so yeah, we're just going to hit back, get out of that, so that'll help you be more effective in battle. Like all the pets I stack up to 16% attack, 9% HP, 2% critical, and 0.08% critical damage. You can also do multiple parties. So when you can like customize, so you can have like, this is one party, you can go to this party, change it all, and it'll have it saved as party 2. So if you're using this party and you're like, okay, I want to use my other party for these battles or whatever, you can just go into here, hit party 2, and then go over to battle, and it'll just battle with this party. So yeah, that's how it works. And then for each individual one of these people, you just click one of them and then enhance in order to level them up further. You can use these things in order to level them up. Once they hit max level, you have to have these items in order to awaken their next 10 levels. And you just keep going back and forth between those until you hit them however high level, I guess level 100 or 110, whatever. Let's see, 90, 100, 110 I think is the max. I haven't gotten there yet, 110 or 120. And then over here are their skills. There's an active skill that you can use in battle, and then a passive, which is an additional thing that they bring to the group just by being in the party, is I think how it works. And the passive skills cost less to upgrade than the active skills. But yeah, some characters have good active skills. You can find different combinations of characters that line up differently with each other. Like this guy is a legendary one. He's insanely good because he restores MP, and then it lets the other guys, the other units attack more when you use their special attacks more. And the special attacks do tremendously more damage than just normal attacking. So that's like the key to winning battles. Yeah, so that's pretty much all of this in a nutshell. If you want to swap one of these, by the way, you click on them and this little icon will appear. You click that or tap that, and then it'll show all of them, and you hit right or left over here to go through them. And it just has 3 of these sections for each type. So fire on the left section, middle section, right section of fire. That's all the fire characters in the game. And you can just click the, quickly go over to one. You can just be like, okay, I want a corruption character. All right, and then go through and look at the 3 of the corruption ones, or so on and so forth for all these. Only 2 for this type. I don't even know what this one. I think this one's called Shadow. And actually, I actually don't know what this one's called offhand. The game never told me, actually, so I don't know what it's called. But I'm gonna look into it further, try to figure out what it is in the future. But anyway, yeah, so you can just pick one and swap it out. In order to swap it, you just click one and hit the plus. And then, let's see, which character? I need to make sure which character I was on. I don't I don't actually want to swap this character. I think it was this character. So, we'll swap with this character. Okay, and then now we have that character. And then you see here at Enhance, we can use these things to level this guy up. And hit Enhance. It costs gold and uses these things too. Gold is one of the biggest inhibitors of leveling people up, actually, because you could use these, but the thing is, it costs the same amount of gold per item. So if you use these ones, it just costs a ton of gold for like very little experience. If you use these ones, it uses not very much gold for a ton of experience, but these things are harder to get. So, and then you just click however many you want to do, hit Enhance, and it levels them up, gives them experience. Like over here, level skills, and then once they hit level 50, you can keep increasing the level cap. I'm going to swap that character back now, though. Into this. Okay. So that's it for units in a nutshell. That's basically it. And then Gacha is basically the store. And this is where you can spend the gems that you got. And you can spend some gold here, too, if you want to spend the gold. Because you can... so the way this works is... each one of these options gives you different chances of getting different things. So like a standard one is 80% chance to get a pet, 10% to get a legendary pet. There's a 9% chance to get a basic unit, and then a 1% chance to get a legendary unit. If you go to the water one, well, now water has a 5% chance, and all the others only have the remaining 4% instead of just 9 across all. And then same for legendary. All these basic ones have the same chance for legendary. And then there's Ticket Gacha, and that one uses tickets. And I don't remember offhand if that's like a currency you buy or if that's what. But in I know you can get tickets in the Gold Gacha, which is a very low chance, but you can get it. So it is possible to get tickets through this. And then with enough tickets, you can get the ticket one. The special thing about the ticket one is there's a 10% chance to get a legendary unit and a 90% chance to just get a unit. The ticket one is basically only units, no pets. So way higher chance to actually unlock the all the units. And then if you keep going down, there's rate up. And I'm actually not a veteran of this game, so I actually don't know what exactly this means. You get a rate up unit, which is like maybe an upgraded version of the unit or something. Don't quote me on that. I'm not actually sure. So yeah, I'm not actually... it's a better version of the unit is what I'm assuming, but I don't actually know. I'm sure someone who knows could comment and explain it if this video gets enough comments. But yeah, so but this one's generally the same thing, though. You got rate up unit, rate up legendary unit chance, and then unit chance legend. All adds up to the same numbers, 9% and 1%. So, and then we will buy rate up 2 just to show you. You can do one pull of 10 or 40, and it's the same thing. It's not like nothing. It's not cheaper to do it all at once, but if you do 40, for example, it'll show you this, and you tap it, and it will show you use all 40, and it'll start going through them automatically. You don't have to touch anything or anything, and it'll go through and show you what you got. So we got 3 units, 4 units. I think all the rest are pets. Yeah, we got 4 units and 36 pets. Okay. And the pets have levels, so you can eventually get higher level pets. I think when, like, if you get a duplicate of a pet, I think it just makes it a higher level then, and then it gives more stats. I'm not actually sure, but I think that's how it works. So yeah, that's the Gacha store in a nutshell. Also, I may have mentioned at the top is like your DJ back in the back in home. There were the different DJs. I don't think it matters which one you pick. Yeah, whichever one you pick, it doesn't affect these stats. So it's just you as the player of the game. What are your stats? And in my case on this game, my player character is level 35, and that's how much currency I have, and that's how much experience to the next level. The player gains experience differently than the units do. When you win a battle, the player gets some bonus experience, and it's different than the experience the units get. Now, on to battles. We got the main story, the Elemental Towers, Training Mode, and Shadows of Corruption. There's a lot of grinding to do to beat the game. The main story, you can, when you first do it, it'll have dialogue and everything and take you through the story of the game. And even with just coming right into the game and not doing anything, you can easily make it to like this battle. But after that, you're going to probably fizzle out and not be able to win the battles anymore. And then you're gonna have to go over to the training. But yeah, so these battles, just to show you the first battle in the game, we'll just show it. And everybody attacks automatically. If you want someone to use their attack, you have to tap them, and then it'll use their MP at the bottom left. So yeah, and then here's like you see the experience they need to the next level. The player character gained 15 experience. I got 541 gold, 3 gems, and 1 of this item from that battle. But yeah, so when the battle's happening, it just goes automatically, and you have MP at the bottom left that generates 2 MP like every second or something like that. And once you've generated enough MP for someone's ability, you just tap their unit card and they will use their ability. And then the ability has a cooldown and you have to wait before you can use it again. And that is basically all there is to battling. There's that and there's types. You see this person's light, this person's fire, this person's dark, this person's corruption, this person's called wind, but I don't know, it's actually grass. It says it's called wind, but it's not. It's grass. Even has a leaf icon. And then this person is light, and this is the one I still don't remember. I still haven't figured out the name of. And the way these types work is corruption does bonus damage to all the other types except for this one, I think. I think this guy, I'll get to that guy in a second. And then corruption also takes bonus damage when it gets attacked from literally all the types except for maybe this one. I don't remember. And light and dark do bonus damage to each other. Fire does bonus damage to grass. Grass does like half damage or whatever to fire, and you know all the types go on and on like that. There's different type effectiveness. This guy does not do bonus damage to anything as far as I'm aware, but he also doesn't do half damage to anything. This type just does standard damage no matter what. And yeah, and then each character has different abilities. Like this character restores MP. This character hits all enemies with its powerful fire attack. This person does a powerful corruption attack to all enemies, and when this person does it, it also heals all allies for a percentage of their health. And this person does high single target damage. You know, just on and on and on with each character. Each unit has its own unique profile to what it does. So as you go through the story, there'll be more and more of it we'll go through, and you'll get to the boss and you fight the boss, and then you'll go to chapter 2 and it's the same thing, and then you get through all that, and then once you've done all of that and you've beaten that, the enemies get stronger and stronger as you go, and you'll have to go train and level up and stuff and come back and continue the story. Once you've done enough of that though, and you've beaten the story for now, which it says there's more coming soon, by the way, so there should be more story coming soon. Once you've beaten chapter 2, then you unlock the Shadows of Corruption card, or whatever you want to call this. And this has 4 different things. All these things are basically like unbeatable for the first long time of playing the game, because it's just a boss and they're level 100 and have 250,000 HP. So you got to get your units to like level 110 or whatever, and you got to figure out a good combination of high-level pets and good ability combinations and synergy between whatever units in order to be able to beat these bosses. This is like the furthest end game in the game right now, and just each of these is the exact same thing. No matter what one of these cards you're going on to, it honestly doesn't matter. It's just like what type are they and different stats and things, but they're all level 100. It's just a 100 and all 250,000 HP. That is just what that is. The elemental towers are you could fight different elements one at a time. You get 10, 10, 10, and then you go through them all, and then you get to fight a boss. And once you clear that, you unlock the next tower. The first one was weaker, and the boss was level 40. Then you unlock the second tower, and it starts at level 50. And then it goes up, and the boss is like, I haven't unlocked it yet, but the boss is probably level 100 or level 80 or whatever. And yeah, you can go back and do this, but you can't go back and do the individual battles. You can only fight the boss again. You can't go back and fight Or maybe you can, actually. No, never mind. I was wrong. You can fight these towers. Now that I look at this. Okay, so, like the grass one, you would click this and then start the battle. And it would go into the battle. And I would generally just use that. I mean, these characters are really mid-level right now. So I just use my abilities and just knock them out relatively fast. There's 3 waves on each tower. And the tower is a decent way to get gold in the beginning. Like when you're like level 10 through 30 or whatever. Because me personally, I reached a bottleneck at a point in the game where I didn't have enough of the things to level them up. Or had too many of the things to level them up and not enough gold. And I want to do it faster. But anyway. So yeah, this is something you can do for gold and all that. And then if you ever want, back in the units, there were all these items. You have to use these items in order to level up units or awaken their next levels or unlock their skills. And in order to get those items, you can get them from other battles, but the best way to get them is to go to training mode. And you can just do the training that only drops the like leveling up ones, or the skill moons, or what I guess they're called enhancement stars, skill moons, and awakening records. And the higher level battle you do, the higher percentage chance of getting the better ones. My characters can only handle the level 40s of these right now. And then I'll probably make more guides later on how to min-max and be more efficient on this, because it just depends on how you want to do it. Do you want to have it just running in the background, or do you want to actually play and try to go fast? Because there's different methods. The fastest way is to actually play and use your abilities and go super fast. But I have to go into that. And then shadow training is something that I have not actually done because it's too high level, but you can apparently also do shadow training and fight a level 80 enemy. And in my case, I should just lose to this, but we can see here. Maybe I can just beat this, actually. We'll see. Maybe I don't understand what's happening here, because nothing's happening. I think the game actually broke. Is this like, maybe this feature's like not fully implemented yet? Yeah. Quit battle. Okay, let's try it again. Maybe I think it broke. Maybe there's something I'm not understanding. I hadn't actually tried this till just now, so we'll see what happens. Okay, we'll see. Maybe when they attack, it just breaks. I don't know. Okay, well, it's looking rough. I don't know if I can actually beat this. And they knocked out my best character. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it. Yep, they're not too much. These characters aren't quite strong enough unless I get really lucky. But yeah, so this should give some other things or more of the same, you know. But yeah, you can do any of these to get these items. And the level 10 one's pretty easy. So in the beginning, if you want to level up fast, just do the level 10 ones for a long time. So yeah, that's training, and that's how you get more of those, and that's how you level up the units better, faster, whatever, get all the stuff unlocked. And then the last thing we got is mini games, and this is a different thing where there's exclusive units that you can only get from playing mini games, and you buy them directly. You just pick which one you want to buy, and they cost tickets, and you get, I think they're called tickets. No, they're called, I don't remember what they're called. Oh, they're called bits. I remember, they're called bits. And you play these games in order to get them, and each one of these games is a different just mini game to play. I personally think the easiest one's probably this one, the mascot whack. So you would play it, and every 20 of these, like on this mini game, you got to click on these two characters, the bunny and the main character person, or tap them, I mean. And don't tap the duck, because if you tap the duck, you lose a life, like that, lost a life. And once you run out of lives, then you're done. And you just try to keep up with it as long as you possibly can. And the longer you know, every 20 score, you get, what is it, gems and bits. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to purposefully lose now to get out of this. So, yeah, I got 166 bits and 4 gems for that. So now we go back to games. And I guess you also watch ads in games, apparently. So here's another ad spot. I haven't gone to the games enough to realize that that's another spot where it'll play ads. Okay. And then you go to the exclusive units, and let's buy... I'll just go ahead and buy one right now. We'll buy a corruption one. This girl looks kind of crazy, so we'll buy her. All right, there you go. And you bought it. I don't know what says 20 of 20. Oh, you can buy the leveled up versions too, I think. Okay, yeah. So then you can also buy the LB versions or whatever, which I'm assuming is higher level versions of the same one. You can level up another way or something. I really have yet to figure out the exact details on that part of the game. Someone probably knows. I know someone knows who's watching someday. But anyway, of course you have options, which is pretty self-explanatory. You can watch the tutorial again, watch the credits, and reset your entire game and transfer data probably to another account. Background music on or off, sound on or off, quality low or high. The game's already, I prefer on low personally, just because it makes it play faster and better. And yeah, that is Gacha Club in a nutshell. That is really about. I think I covered everything. I can't think of anything else, anything that I missed. So there's your relatively quick guide. I mean, this was 26 minutes, but it's like, hey, if you wanted to know, if you want to know anything, skip through the video and try to find what you're looking for. And yeah, that is everything in this game in a nutshell. So thanks for watching, and subscribe if you feel like it. This YouTube channel is just informational content about a ton of different games. So it honestly doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. But yeah, I hope you guys found it helpful. Hopefully this answered any questions you had about Gacha Club.